Azure Storage Accounts, Replication Strategies and Access. Azure Storage offers several types of storage accounts. Each type supports different features and has a unique URL address to access. The data in your Azure Storage account is always replicated to ensure durability and high availability. We have 5 types of storage accounts. Blob storage accounts. This is blob-only storage accounts with premium performance characteristics. Recommended for scenarios with high transaction rates, using smaller objects, or requiring consistently low storage latency. General purpose V1 accounts. This is legacy account type for blobs, files, queues, and tables. Microsoft recommends using general purpose V2 account instead when possible. General purpose V2 accounts. This is basic storage account type for blobs, files, queues, and table. Recommended for most scenarios using Azure Storage. File storage accounts. Files-only storage accounts with premium performance characteristics, recommended for enterprise or high-performance scale applications. The last type is blob storage accounts. This is blob-only storage accounts, however, use a general-purpose V2 account instead when possible. Azure Storage uses replication copies of your data so that it's protected from planned and unplanned events ranging from transient hardware failure to network or power outages and even massive natural disasters. You can choose to replicate your data within the same data center, across zonal data centers within the same region, or even across regions. Replication ensures that your storage account meets the Service Level Agreement SLA for storage even in the face of failures. Let's look at the different replication options that you can use in more detail. Local Redundant Storage, LRS. LRS is the lowest cost replication option and offers the least durability compared to other options. If a data center level disaster, for example fire or flooding occurs, all replicas may be lost or unrecoverable. The second replication option is Zone Redundant Storage. ZRS synchronously replicates your data across 3 storage clusters in a single region. Each storage cluster is physically separated from the others and resides in its own availability zone. Each availability zone and the ZRS cluster within it is autonomous with separate utilities and networking capabilities. Storing your data in a ZRS account ensures that you will be able to access and manage your data if a zone becomes unavailable. ZRS provides excellent performance and extremely low latency. We have Geo-Redundant Storage, GRS. GRS replicates your data to a secondary region, hundreds of miles away from the primary location of the source data. GRS costs more than LRS, but GRS provides a higher level of durability for your data even if there is a regional outage. GRS is designed to provide at least 16 nines durability. If your storage account has a GRS enabled, then your data is durable even in the case of a complete regional outage or a disaster in which the primary region is not recoverable. If you opt for GRS, then you have 2 related options to choose from. GRS replicates your data to another data center in a secondary region, but that data is available to be read-only if Microsoft initiates a failover from the primary to the secondary region. Read Access Geo-Redundant Storage is based on GRS. Read Access GRS replicates your data to another data center in a secondary region and provides you with the option to read from the secondary region. With Read Access GRS, you can read from the secondary regardless of whether Microsoft initiates a failover from the primary to the secondary. The final replication is Geo-Zone Redundant Storage. GZRS combines the high availability of zone redundant storage with protection from regional outages as provided by Geo-Redundant Storage. Data in a Geo-Zone Redundant Storage account is replicated across 3 Azure availability zones in the primary region and replicated to a second geographic region for protection from regional disasters. Each Azure region is paired with another region within the same geography, together making a regional pair. You can optionally enable read access to data in the secondary region with read access Geo-Zone Redundant Storage if your applications need to be able to read data in the event of a disaster in the primary region. Microsoft recommends using Geo-Zone Redundant Storage for applications requiring consistency, durability, high availability, excellent performance and resilience for disaster recovery. For the additional security of read access to the secondary region in the event of a regional disaster, you can enable read access geo-zone redundant storage for your storage account. Every service has a unique URL address based on the account name and storage type, container, queue, and files. Azure Storage accounts, redundancy, and replication give you safe and powerful ways to store your essential data.